morning.
Good morning.
I'm generally much more comfortable over there than over here, but no stranger to a microphone, obviously. I don't want to be a turkey, so I'll just say thanks, right? That's our response, our outward response generally to when other people are generous. And this morning I wondered, well, what exactly does generosity mean, right? My shirt says live generously and act with generosity, but this word generous, it's when a person shows a readiness to give more of something, such as money or time or talents, than is strictly necessary or expected, right? That's interesting to me that there are times in our lives where perhaps we weren't ready to be generous. And then, conversely, other times where we are. My journey of generosity started on a dead-end gravel road in Iowa some 50-something years ago where I was born and raised in Iowa on a dairy farm. I noticed that, my parents obviously were very generous to me in giving of their love and their time and of their resources to me. I saw my mother teach Sunday school in our little Methodist church back home, and that obviously was a generous thing for her to do. Through all of my teachers and my coaches throughout the years who gave me opportunity and taught me how to pay that forward, perhaps to teach others to be generous. Certainly my wife shows great patience with me. She's very generous with her patience in all of my shortcomings. And then this congregation, right? So many years ago when I joined this congregation, welcomed us in. Both of my children went through the confirmation and were confirmed within this congregation. Those have all been examples of generosity that I've experienced, and I say thank you for that. And then my response to that, or how doing things for my family, just as my family did for me, and whether it's out of duty, yes, but it's out of love, just as Christ loved us and bore our sins on the cross and died for us. Not to make it sound the same, but the things that we do out of duty and love for our families and for others. One of the outward ways that I give back or that I'm generous is I volunteer on a local nonprofit's board of directors and help that organization fulfill their mission. As I said, over here with this group of musicians, they've been very generous towards me and allowing me to be part of that, and I give back by sharing that talent and I guess time as well, and I'm happy to do so. And then beyond that, lastly, in supporting the mission of this church and the outreach of this congregation through my financial support. And I'm just reminded of that definition, right, of generosity. I would challenge us and remind myself to be ready to be generous, to show generosity and to be generous. So thank you very much.
Thank you.